Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Raeann, but you can call me Ray. Today's video we're going to be doing two looks using the new, or one of the new Ace palettes. So this one is Vintage Dawn. I totally had to look at it because I knew it was vintage something, but I was going to call it Vintage Dusk. We're going to do two different looks using this palette right here. If you guys didn't see my other video, I'll just show you really fast how beautiful the inside of this palette looks. Like, this is actually stunning. Gorgeous. I think out of all of the palettes released this year so far, like just in general, this is one of my favorite color stories, like hands down. If you want to see how I got this look here and see the other look, and then also towards the end of the video, I'll kind of give you guys my thoughts on the palette so far, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so this is the look that we have so far. I know what you're thinking. Isn't that super similar to what you just did in the other video? Yes. Okay, hear me out. This one is very similar. They're basically the same shadows. There's some that I didn't use, but I'm gonna do a different color in the waterline, I think. Actually, maybe not. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna do like a winged liner and like fuller lashes though, and I feel like this one's a little more structured than the other one, even though we are basically using the same colors. I do think that overall this is going to look different. I see a difference from here. I don't know if you guys do. Hear me out. It'll be different. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So the steps are a little similar. We're going to start with the Grand Canyon shade. Last video I thought it said Grand Slam. So originally with this look I was just going to do all of the golden shades and then some of the browns, but I felt like I wasn't gonna get the like depth that I wanted, so it ended up looking really similar to the last look. But like I said, I feel like this one has a lot more structure. We're actually doing a cut crease this time. The other look we didn't do a cut crease. So then from here we're just going to deepen it up. We're going to go into Pyramid. I desperately need to do my eyebrows. Like, they're so bad. They're so bad that like normally when I don't do my eyebrows in a while, I don't get them done, I at least take care of the middle part so I don't start having a unibrow. Your girl's getting a unibrow, okay? Okay, so from there I'm just gonna dip into Grand Canyon a little bit again. And we're gonna go into the shade next to Pyramid. So we're gonna dip into this Fade shade. I don't know why. It's so entertaining to me that it rhymes. Fade shade. And dip back into Pyramid a little bit. Really trying to melt all of these colors. So we're gonna go back into Fade shade, and with a smaller brush just really focus it where we'll be cutting out the crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the crease and then I will be back. So from here we're gonna go into the Serengeti shade. So from that shade we're going to go into Golden Hour. from there, going to take a little bit of that pyramid shade right into there. So after that, we're going to go back into Grand Canyon. So that darker orangey color, and just run that underneath the eye. And then from there, gonna go into the pyramid shade again and just get that closer to the waterline. Not actually in the waterline though. Okay, and then from here, I'm just gonna finish off the look. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this dew shade, and I might go in with like a lighter blue for the waterline, do a little bit of like winged eyeliner, and then, you know, do the rest of my face. So I'll see you guys once all of that is done. Okay, so this is the finished look. It does look similar to the other one, but there's differences. And look at that like waterline color. I love this color with everything else. Like, the whole look is so warm, and then you add like a different like fun color to it, and I think it looks really, really pretty. Like really, really pretty. I don't know how well you guys can see it on camera, but like I think it looks really good. And I think overall with the lashes, with the liner, both the waterline and also the winged liner, I feel like it looks different enough from the other look that I did. This is the waterline color I used, by the way. So it's one by ColourPop. It's in Prance. So super pretty, like periwinkle shade. I felt like that would be fun to kind of have that with the inner corner highlight, which I did use that lighter blue shade. Like I said, I was going to this dew shade right here. So I feel like that was a cute little like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, but because that's like a cooler tone and then also using a cooler tone for the waterline, I feel like that works well together and kind of ties in the rest of the look. So yeah, it is similar in theory to the other look that I did in the other video, but overall, like structurally, I feel like it looks totally different. This one personally I think is a lot better, but yeah, not bad. I do have a couple things to say about the palette, but I think I'm going to wait until the end of the video. That way I don't have just chunks of like word vomit throughout the video. So we'll keep that to the end of the video. But yeah, if you guys want to see the second look, go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so this is the second look. Do I have any idea what's going on? No. I wanted to take this look so many different directions. This is what we got. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. Alright, so we're just gonna roll with it. Originally, I wanted to start off with this green shade, and when I did, I don't know if it's just because I really don't use that shade that often, but I don't know. I just couldn't make it not look like a bruise, I guess. And I was gonna add the blue too, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna start off with this Grand Canyon shade. So to be completely honest, this is starting off really similar to the other look that I did, but I don't think it ends up really looking that similar. We do use different shimmer shades, so I think overall it definitely ends up looking different. After one of my more recent videos, I'm so paranoid of like, not like paranoid, but like, I don't know if it's self-conscious or what, but I just don't want looks to end up looking super similar to each other. But I for sure have a style, so I know it's kind of hard because I've got a couple styles that I do, and it's just a matter of kind of like filling in the blanks, you know? Like I have a structure of how I do my makeup, and then I just choose whatever colors I want to. It's amazing how well your fingers can just blend stuff out. Like, I couldn't imagine doing this whole thing like with finger application. I just don't know how that would work, but you could sit there trying to blend something out with a brush, and then you just smudge it out with your finger really fast, and it's perfect. So from here, we're gonna go into Pyramid. So this this brown shade right here. And then from Pyramid, we're gonna go into Fade. So this one right here. So from Fade, I like to go back into Pyramid. And then from Pyramid, go back into Grand Canyon. And then from Grand Canyon, we're gonna go back into Fade and just kind of focus it in here a little bit more. Sorry for speaking low. I know I'm not really that loud anyways, but everyone's sleeping still, so from here I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my crease, then we'll be back. Okay, so it's basically ready. Just to let you guys know, after I cut the crease, I also layered the concealer with a little bit of this Proof It eyeshadow primer. I've been using that with the shimmers in both of the palettes, and it seems to be working. So from here, I go into Dew. And most likely I'm probably going to get it started and then finish it up off camera, just because it does take a little bit of packing on. So just take a bunch on the brush and then just kind of pat it in. Sometimes it's kind of better doing looks like this where the shimmer shade is light and you're still trying to cover the concealer, to just work in smaller sections. Okay, so I'm gonna finish building this up and then I'm gonna show you guys how to blend out the outer portion of it, and then we'll get on to the rest of the look. Okay, so this looks pretty good for right now. I basically just go into all of the shades that I used earlier and then kind of help blend out the edge of it. I was going to go with some of the shimmers, and I did actually start with that lightest shimmer shade, Sun. I didn't like it, so I just decided to keep everything in one color for the shimmer and then kind of blend it out with the mattes. So actually I need to bring out the shimmer just a tiny bit more. I probably didn't put enough concealer on this side. I feel like I didn't bring it out as far as I did on the other eye. So that should be okay. We're going to go into that Grand Canyon shade and just kind of pat that at the end. From Grand Canyon, just go into Pyramid. Still kind of patting it at the end, but not completely bringing it to the shimmer shade. And then go into Fade, just a tiny bit. And then take Grand Canyon and just kind of buff everything out. Also, I took a little tiny brush with Fade on it, a very like small flat brush, and just kind of ran it right in here to give you a little bit of depth just in case you lost any. And then from there, we're going to go into this neon orange shade. So this shade Horizon, and we're just kind of adding this, blending everything out even more. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. For the inner corner, I used that Sun shade. So this one right here. So I don't know how noticeable it is, like if my personality or anything like that is different in some of these videos, because this one I'm doing a lot earlier in the morning and then sometimes I film late at night. And I feel like I've said this before, but I am 100% a night person. Like I could stay up really late. Oh, I'm going back into Dew and just bringing it a little bit down here, I can stay up really late and be fine. But waking up early, it just takes me so long to like mentally wake up that I'm just like, literally like that's, if my brain had a face right now, that's what it would look like. Like it's barely even awake. So I swear I'm good. I'm just tired. I don't know how like morning people do that though. Like there's some people that just wake up and they are ready. Like they're alert, they're chatty, and I'm just like, don't talk to me yet. Okay, so from here we're just gonna take the green shade Cactus, so this one right here, and just run it underneath the eye. This one took a little bit of building up, but I also kind of wanted it to be that way, so it dusted off a lot of the shadow, just because greens and blues can get dangerous if you put too much on right away, especially since I'm doing this in my under eye area. I don't want to go too heavy-handed. It could be really hard to clean it up, so. But at least that way, this just gives us a nice, like, grungy green, like, pop of color. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off the rest of my makeup. Originally, I'm just gonna tell you guys this, so if you do have this palette and you, like, want to recreate this look, I wanted to use this Sky shade right here as an eyeliner. I'm not going to do it just because I don't really have the time to do it right now, or really the patience. Bear with me, because depending on the shadow, it could be really difficult. I don't know if this one would be easy or not. It seems really pigmented, but I decided just to not do it just because I wouldn't have time to like fix anything. So this is the look that we got. I think it's actually really pretty. Like, I'm actually really liking this right now. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up everything. I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I think we might talk about the palette just a little bit. This isn't really a review, so, you know, but there are things I wanted to say just to let you guys know. Okay, so this is the finished look. Let's get you guys a tiny bit closer. I'm ripping these eyelashes off, so yeah, they're not the greatest application. I say that all the time. So this is the finished look. Overall, I actually think this is kind of pretty. Like, I actually am sad that I'm not keeping the eyelashes on now because I think this looks pretty good. But I'll keep everything else on. It's just the eyelashes. Like, I don't know, my eyes get really sensitive, and unless I really want to or need to, usually for the rest of the day I'll either take the lashes off, take the contacts out, do both. Just because since we're not gonna go down that road because it's long and boring, but sometimes I just like giving my eyes breaks. So just because I do my makeup, sometimes I don't keep it full glam the whole day just because, okay. This is it. I feel kind of like a bird, or like Birds of Paradise, like the flower. I don't know, this is kind of giving me like those vibes right now a little bit. This is the finished look. So I just want to talk about the palette really briefly. We'll just talk about the palette really briefly. This isn't a review by any means. So I feel like the palette is really pretty. I like the color story of it. As far as the like the quality of it, I think the mattes are really pretty. Some of them do take a little more building up. When I used that Cactus shade, I did try a look where it was mainly in like my lid color. That one took a little bit to build up. You don't really have to build up the other ones. They're all really pigmented right away. I did use the Daybreak shade when I tried to do a different look off camera with the Cactus shade, so the yellow and the green. The yellow was really pigmented. All of the other mattes that I used were really pigmented. I swatched out Sky, but I didn't actually put that on my eye, so that's the blue shade. I'm interested to see how that one is, but just wasn't gonna do that one today. But overall, the mattes are really nice, and they are either really pigmented off the bat or you can build them up. The shimmer shades, so far they're okay. I will say that they're not my favorite. They're just not my favorite. This palette, they do look really nice. But this shade doesn't seem to be too bad. But yesterday I felt, well, not yesterday, but the last look, I felt that it was the first look, sorry. let's clarify. The first look in this video, and then the other times that I used the shimmers, they did seem to be a little textured. First look we did in this video, it did seem like they were really textured still. So I don't know if it's just because you have to put so much on for it to be really pigmented, and that's why they're coming up that way, because I've tried it with just a concealer as a primer, and then I've tried it with like this and a couple, well, and I think I even tried them with glitter primer at this point too. So because yesterday it felt like it was really textured. Overall I think it looked good. It just looked like a foil, you know, and then like a foiled like eyeshadow. So I don't know if some of those are actually, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they are, but that's what they looked like. And then yesterday towards the end of the day, I had like lightly started scratching my eye, and I literally just had pigment just fall everywhere, like in chunks. It looked like I had glitter on my eyes. So that's just something to note, because I don't know if it's just because I had to put so much on for it to look as pigmented as I wanted or what. This palette, the shimmers seem different to me than the other one. These ones seem a little bit more pigmented, but again, like, I don't know if it's just some shades that are a little more chunky than others or what it is. But right now they're not my favorite shimmer. They're not like unusable, but they're just not my favorite, you know? Which sucks, because this palette is just really pretty and the color story is really pretty, but I might not always reach for it just because of the shimmers. But the mattes are gorgeous. Like, no complaints about those so far. Overall, it is a good palette. I do like it, but again, the shimmer shades, and I always have to talk with something in my hand. The shimmer shades are just not my favorite right now. Anyways, that kind of wraps it up for today's video. I feel weird for not doing a third look. I'm like, what? This video is over already? But yeah, it wraps it up for today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you next time.